Hello, everyone. Welcome. Sorry, I just looked over at you, Alison. Saw what is still there.
Yeah, he hasn't left my side all weekend.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are the Stormy Dragon Tavern. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition, The Trials of the Xel'nari. When last we left off, our bloody poor adventurers had gone through hell and back again. Quite literally. Well, almost literally. Almost literally. They were fighting demons, but not actually in hell. They have fought off the might of a false Hydra. They have fought off the accompanying demons guardian. They fought off an assault on an elevator system where they shove people to their deaths. They fought off, well, not really fought off, talked down a potential brawl happening up the top of the elevators, and then spoke with the Queen, calmed things down, went out to help her address her people to bring peace to the kingdom, and then fought off an assassin. And that was all within 24 hours. The poor buggers.
It was a very large day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one's dead.
It's only been a couple of days since Mug was arrested in this town.
Oh yeah, it has.
Since then, he has had immense vertical social climbing.
Gone for wanted criminal to savior of the kingdom.
To kind of a queen for a day.
Yeah. So yes, they have had very turbulent last few days within the kingdom, but they were successful. They did manage to fight back the threat. For how long, we don't know. And now they have finally had the much-needed long rest, and have also, much to the players' delight, leveled up, which is the most important thing. They are now level 10.
Woo! Fuck yes!
Yeah, that is strong.
No. Now I won't hold back my blows. Nah.
Says the man who threw a false Hydra at us.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what happened to what's his name? Was it Xavier?
Xavier, yeah.
Is
He went back. He returned to the Xel'nari HQ.
Okay.
He said he was going to report things immediately.
Excellent.
So he has already gone back and reported on your behalf that the false Hydra has been defeated. Obviously doesn't know about the assassination attempt because he left before that. But yes, at least some of the paperwork is being done for you, much to Kovac's dismay.
Aww.
Not delight.
I want to do.
Here in the distance. No. But yes, so things have calmed down. You've had a data rest so far, and the Queen has said that she will basically bankroll some expenditures for you to as some kind of reward, as the a small token effort to thank you for what you have done for the people. Now you have been busily looking at the shops and deciding what you want.
Indeed, yes.
Do we want to just a quick summary? We won't go into detail of wasting everyone's time on shopping because it can be quite tedious, and you're not spending money on it, so you don't have to do persuasion checks to try and drop the prices.
Or bartering or anything. It just happens. Yeah. We just get.
Oh, thank God.
So we can go for a quick summary if we like of what we have settled on, if we have settled on it already. If not, we can go to a different acquisition that is taking place on this fine day as well, whilst you were out and about in the shops. If you still need some time to consider what you are choosing.
Actually,
I have no idea.
Is anyone being cagey about what they've requested? Or are people being relatively open?
I don't think Kovac's hiding her choices. It's just she wants to get stronger, but is currently like.
Storm straight up slinks away while you're shopping.
I think Kovac is doing a bit of arming and ahhing about a potential spellcasting focus, and is like, which one to pick? I'm not sure. And she's tossing up, but doesn't know what some things are.
In fact, Storm probably. Oh, sorry.
So, Kovac would have returned with Cape of the Mountback and Elven Chainmail just flat out immediately.
can you wear Elven Chainmail?
I can because you are considered proficient with this armor even if you lack proficiency because it's so
Okay, cool.
light.
Yeah.
It's like I'm wearing nothing at all.
No.
Nothing at all.
Stupid sexy Kovac.
I was gonna say, I never thought I'd say goddamn sexy Kovac.
So yes,
I mean, I know there's someone out there who's going to say goddamn sexy Kovac.
Yeah, we know there is definitely
She's in
one
the
person.
library.
so yes,
You've not
those
spoken
are
to
like
her in a while. What?
I need to. So those are for sure choices. She's also going to be having a chat with the resident abjuration wizard in Xel'nari HQ, and is gonna use some of Her Majesty's funds to add a few spells to her repertoire, namely teleportation circle, just because need that one chambered, and also probably would buy if it's okay. I think maybe like 3 uses of the spell. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like enough material components to cast it 3 times in case we're in a bind and need to just immediately scarper and teleport away. Yes.
Scape.
So that is me for now. I may circle back.
And
Mug's one is kind of simple.
Mhm.
He gets a book, a sword handle, and he gets his loot fixed.
Oh.
So the book is the Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Oh, I forgot about those things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
Good.
I didn't think we could or we should.
I don't know whether I should, but I definitely could and did. And the sword handle is a sunblade, because who doesn't want to be a bard paladin with a lightsaber?
Yeah.
valid,
Yeah.
valid.
There's no arguments here.
And now you also have your DOS loop fixed.
Yes, I do, which has some cool stuff I forgot that it could do.
Yeah, no, DOS loops are fun.
Now my armor class
And-
is 16.
It's nice for things to not be cursed anymore.
Mhm.
These things not cursed.
Alrighty.
I guess I'll go next. Delay will leave, and he will come back carrying 2 very strange-looking javelins with lightning tips on them, as well as this big belt that looks more like one of those wrestle champion belts, but it's got like this artistic face of like a giant with fiery hair and such like that.
Yeah, the giant's just going. Can't see me. Do, 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 do.
And now I'll have to think about what I am losing attunement to wear my belt of fire giant strength.
And then
Oh, yeah.
Oddie is still deciding because Oddie unfortunately has only just woken up thanks to time zones, so we'll need a little bit more
My
time.
brain is mashed potatoes.
And so Mug now can't finger paint.
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Oh,
you
'cause
didn't
you've
word
got
that
not
in
got your
public.
magic finger anymore.
All I'm gonna say is I'm sorry for my shit typing. I'm trying to type in the chat and I'm doing it on a touch screen. I really ought to just plug in a keyboard.
Oh, Ash, sorry, did
I don't know
you
where-
double check the notes to see how much back pay I get from Xel'nari?
Yes, I will double check that because I do need to find that.
There's a keyboard somewhere.
When
500
were
gold.
we
It was
500. It was 500. All right. Because the lie later on at some point would like to go browsing for metal ingots and ores.
I've only got 17 gold. Have I spent it? Oh, I must have done at some point. I don't know. Oh yeah, diamonds.
Can I buy some diamonds?
Do you want to use the diamonds on yourself? 'Cause
I'm
that
gonna
nearly
bling
happened.
myself out in diamonds. If I go down, everyone. Yeah, I said that if I go down, they activate. Thank you very much.
That's what the contingency spell is for.
Alright. And meanwhile, Storm is off, heading off into the Mason district in order to find something that was promised to her. Much to the dismay of literally everyone else in the party.
Except that none of them know about it.
No, Mug has definitely been pro Storm having fireworks and explosives.
Yes, it's true.
So she will have asked the queen if she could have some fireworks.
Because also,
I'm gonna roll this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like to test her luck a little.
The queen is most confused by your request. It says normally under most circumstances she'd be more than happy to oblige. It is a strange request, but unfortunately they have all been committed to the festival, which she feels now more than ever needs to go off without a hitch.
And still will be... That is okay. That is understandable. Maybe in the future you can keep some aside for me?
That can certainly be arranged.
That would be wonderful. They are one of my favorite
Scary
things since
sentence.
discovering your lands. I love them very much.
This concerns me so much.
And then, yes, she will wander off to the district and go find the overseer, I think it was. The fella who was yelling at everyone last time for her reward. For...
Vizzy, yes. You are
Yeah,
looking for Vizzy.
She doesn't remember names. Yeah, and she'll go and find him. Do you need me to do any rolls for that, or...?
Yes, you will definitely need to do an investigation as you are looking through an entire district trying to find one man.
I'm gonna go back to the mines, like, where I left off. That is my point of call. Like,
You didn't find him at the mines. You found him up above, directing a whole lot of instruction.
Yeah, I mean,
workers.
like, that's what I mean. Like, near the... He was near the,
Yep.
trolley things, and anyway, you know what I mean.
Mm-mm.
Oh, investigation?
Yep.
Oh boy. Let me see. I'm not good at investigation. I don't think I have anything to improve that roll. So, Yep, so that's a 6.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
It takes you a considerable amount of time to track him down. You do eventually find him.
I feel like she just gets distracted by everything along the way.
Through following a chain of clues given to you by a number of different people that you run into and make your way through, you eventually find out that he has made his way over to the northern port, where he is instructing miners to start excavating now, as the mines are now free and open. Well, to a certain degree. They're going to be cleared up. However, the eastern port elevators are still off limits, as they are severely damaged. Can't think why.
Weirdly enough.
Due to a few rays of disintegration.
That fight. Oh.
It was a good fight, it was fun.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Alrighty. You do eventually stumble upon him. He is busy at work, as usual, ordering people around, not actually doing anything himself, as all good foremans are.
And as the obnoxious little girl cat thing that she is, she goes straight up to him and goes, "Hello!"
Kind of looks down as, where the blazes did you come from?
Well, technically I came from over there, and then before that I was over there, and then before that I was over there, and she just gives a backwards retelling, Return of Amber, the backwards retelling of her day. I spoke to this person, and they said to go over to check this place, and then they said I was not there, and then...
About 3 sentences in, he just doesn't even respond, he just turns away and continues giving orders to his people.
And then she, like, runs around so she's in front of him. Anyway, I kept my promise, so you need to keep yours now.
You kept your promise. What do you mean?
We had a deal. You said you would get me explosive if I made the mines reopen. Well, are they not open?
That was you.
He doesn't believe her.
Hello?
That was perfect.
Hello? Hello?
Froze on
Hello?
that look of indignation from her.
Yeah. Oh.
Things
know for a second.
froze. I
Maybe.
apologize.
It was actually an appropriate response.
That was perfect. Just like it froze on your face like a look of indignation. As he
I didn't hear what
responded.
you said.
He's like, his response was, "Oh, that was you."
Oh. And then she'll
And
just
then
be like,
it froze with your face, just like, "What do you mean? Was that me?"
she'll just be like, well, yeah, of course. Did you not see the commotion?
I heard of all the commotion, but I wasn't here for it.
Oh, it was a sight to behold, but I'll tell you now, it is probably good that we got the guards to make sure everybody got away, because it was, what is it, the expression? Spicy? Fatal? Look, all I'm going to say is we got attacked by assassins on our way out, and then, a few of them found gravity.
He kind of just gives you this strange look. You can't tell, but you're pretty sure he doesn't believe you. But after a moment's thought, he's just, you know what? In all the commotion, no one's even gonna notice a few crates missing. Over there, in that warehouse, 2 crates, all yours.
Okay, thank you very much. If you ever need anything, just ask for Storm from the Xel'nari. Okay, goodbye. And she runs off.
Okay.
So she now
Stop.
goes to those crates and grabs fistfuls of dynamite from those crates, and puts as many as will fit in her bra of holding.
I was about to say, you could run a nice scam saying that you'll just take as much as you can carry.
What
And
do
then
you have
500 pounds later.
What do you have in the bra of holding at the moment?
Only Bruna.
Wait,
I don't think it's much.
no. Don't we still have a dead body in there?
Nope, not in the
No,
holding.
no, we gave that to Barter. I think
Okay.
all your coins. I think you've just thrown your coins in there, so all your money's in there.
Yeah, just loose.
Yeah, my money's
Of
loose in
course.
there, that's right.
But I don't think you've got much else.
No, I need to hang on, let me delete all the stuff that's not actually in there, because I don't have it anymore. Oh no, I'm gonna keep that stone. It's a disappointment stone. It no longer has the voice of Xantix going, you stink. on it.
So you stink.
It's her you stink rock, but it doesn't actually say you stink anymore, and she's very sad. But other than her money, apparently there is a ruby and Bruna, and that's it.
Oh god. Yeah, you can probably fit
How many?
1.5 crates worth of that in there. So
How many sticks of dynamite would that be?
That's
have a
bad.
look.
That's
So
really
if
bad.
let's go
really
with this. So a standard crate could probably fit, I reckon, easily 200 sticks of dynamite, depending on the size of crate. So you could have 300 sticks of dynamite in your bra of holding.
My God, those are some explosive tits.
Trust Storm to have explosive tibbies. She doesn't even
I
have
like what-
tibbies. Just putting it out
I
there.
like
She
that
does
when you
not
try
have
and-
any. She's flat
try and
chested.
Google. I like that when you try and Google average weight of a stick of dynamite, the first thing that comes up is D&D 5e. It's clearly a well-searched thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, they're a pound each.
Okay, okay, okay.
Jeez.
Wow.
This is
I
bad.
can carry 250 pounds, and there's currently only 5 pounds worth of stuff in there.
So 245 sticks of dynamite.
Depends on what's in the crate. Let me see. What's
But it depends how big the crates are.
I'm so scared.
I will let you have.
The best part of
100
all of
sticks of
this is
dynamite.
none of you have any idea that this is going down.
100 sticks?
Yes, 106 of dynamite. Because I know that at some point I'm going to forget about this and I'm going to regret my life choices.
Okay.
But that is not today.
Okay.
Can someone please screen like cap that thing from Ash?
Oh my
Because we
god,
need
dynamite
it to come
stick
up
is genuinely
when
an
it
actual item.
happens.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it is.
I
There
need to
also.
know.
It will not let me add more than 10.
Oh well, guess you're stuck with it.
No.
Make a custom item.
Stick.
One big bada boom.
It's fine, I can manually do it. It just wouldn't let me do it like...
Oh, that's bad.
What?
Yeah, did you see what they do?
Yes. No. Oh
Woo!
my god.
Hell yeah!
Oh god, it does have a.
Yeah, this is demolition charges all over again, baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm just waiting for the time where she accidentally puts the live one back into the bra.
So, if
I
you
think I've already
bundle-
done the what would happen in the gifts.
So, if you bundle them into groups of 8, you get the max damage and area of effect yield.
Yep.
So you could, if Storm was smart enough to pre-plan, she could have like 8 bundled, or like 10 bundled ones that are like groups of 8,
Mhm.
and then 20 loose ones for shenanigans or something.
And then
Jeez.
she's going to find Thog
Oh no!
and have
And
a
remember, that's not me.
drink. She's going to find Thog and buy him a drink.
A drink for Thug.
That sounds
It's been a while
like
since we've
there
seen
is
Thug.
more going on there that you're not telling us.
Nope. That's it.
You would be able to find
Jesus.
Thog. He had told you where he had been sticking around town for a
Mhm,
bit
mhm.
in one of the local
She's
establishments.
also gonna she's gonna take him. So what she's gonna do is, if he's not at the place they were at last time where they pissed off the people who lived.
I was gonna say
like,
he's
the
definitely
patron,
not there because thanks to a certain someone, he's been banished from it.
So she's
No
gonna go
regrets.
there first and see if she can bribe her way into letting him be allowed to go in there. Just him, not anyone else. So he can go back to his favorite drinking spot.
Funnily enough, the light could actually still go there if he wanted to, because
Yeah.
he wasn't there.
True.
But also, Thalai doesn't know that place exists.
This is true.
That is also true. Oh, I guess Mug could also still go there.
Yeah. Well, actually,
No.
we don't know what he got up to last time he was in Tanzanite there.
Touche.
Oh, we also know that part of the underworld elements that reside within there are not too fond of him.
Unless
Alright.
Storm goes in to kill them. What?
But yeah, Storm will at least go and try and talk to the owner of the
Yeah.
place and be all like, "So what do I have to do to let my friend be allowed
You,
back
you
in
won't
here?"
even be brought to see the owner. The orc bouncer out the front is
She'll
just going
climb
to
the
step
walls
in
if
the way.
she has to. She'll break in. She doesn't care. She's on a mission for her friend here.
She's on a mission for God.
No, she's not on a mission for God. She's on a mission for Thug.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, so this place is kind of built into a back alley. Several other buildings line its walls. You imagine that most of them are probably fronts fake shops that are used for laundering and such, seeing as this area is pretty well known for criminal elements.
Storm about to get the party in trouble again.
Yeah. All right, so the main entrance is absolutely out of bounds. There's a big orc in the front. He's blocking the way. Roll me a perception as you make your way around the buildings, trying to find an alternate entrance.
I thought that was a 1, but it's not.
Sam's not around to help you re-roll it anyways.
It's a 19.
19. All right. You spend your time looking around. From where the building is situated, you cannot find any ground access other than that singular door where the orc is standing out the front of. Looking up upon the roof, you can find entrances into the buildings surrounding it, but not it. It definitely seems to have been designed as a secluded, closed area. You imagine that there might be an alternate way in or out through one of the other buildings, but without going inside each one of the buildings one by one to check, you've got no way of guaranteeing that.
Can she use her magic eyes to see if there's a concealed door somewhere?
Yes. You would roll me another perception check, actually.
Okay.
As you go back around now with your eyes active.
And it's almost like you're
31.
really good at that. Yeah.
No magic entrances. No entrances at all.
Okay.
Your only way through is either through the orc, or hopefully finding a way in through one of the buildings, or making your own entrance.
Overthrow the orc. Overthrow the orc.
She definitely has a way to make her an entrance, but it won't accomplish what she wants. Alright, she will try and persuade the orc and be like, it's okay, I don't want to cause trouble. I just want my friend to be able to go in.
Then your friend can ask to get back in, but you are banned.
That's okay, I don't want to go in here.
Then run along.
Yeah, but I don't, that's not good enough, no. See, my friend was patron here for a long time, and then my idiot co-worker made stupid decisions, and now he is banned. And it is not fair, because he didn't do anything wrong. So, I really would like it to be that I can talk to the owner or whatever of the establishment, so that we can make negotiations. I don't want to cause trouble, but... No. I won't cause trouble. I know I could, but I will not. I would like to talk, just to let my friend back in.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yes, but that's not up to you.
It's up to me whether or not you get in to see the boss to let your friend in. And I ain't letting you in.
Okay. Can you bring him here?
Ain't gonna happen.
Can I pay you to make it happen?
Ah, you're starting to talk the right language.
Oh, if that's all it took, okay. She pulls out, like, opens her bra, goes, grabs, like, a small handful of like, gold.
Dynamite?
No, because it's whatever she thinks of comes to mind. So, like, you know,
Sure.
she, like,
It's just
No,
a few
she
sticks of
She
dynamite.
puts her hand.
Then
She puts her hand in and she's like, "I'm going to pay you in knuckle sandwich."
she, like, pulls out a dynamite. Oh, not that. Sorry, wrong one. Also, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Shazoo. Woo! Okay, back to the hand in and pulls out, like, 5 gold and goes,
Oh, it's Grandpa.
is that good?
Oh, Stormy.
Oh, it's Grandpa Stormy.
Grandpa Stormy. Roll me a persuasion, please.
I'm not good at persuasion. 13.
He kind of is a quizzical look on his face for a moment where he's contemplating. Like, normally 5 gold's not really enough to make him budge. However, you did pull out the stick of dynamite first, which made him question things about what would happen if he wasn't willing to go, you know what, fine. So he's just kind of, All right, come this way.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, you know.
Uh-huh. Just follow. No talking. Keep your hands to
Okay.
yourself.
Where else would I put them?
Just saying. Now follow along.
Okay. It is not of my kind to be all touchy with hands. We usually do it with faces, you know?
You talk too much. He starts leading you through the clubhouse.
She follows along.
He leads you to a table where a number of patrons are currently sitting, discussing. And across the table from him is a black hooded figure. You can't make out any facial features. You can't even see their face. They're completely shrouded in the shadows and deliberately sitting in such a way that the light does not illuminate their face. When he approaches, he signals for you to wait on that side of the table, and he walks over to the figure and leans down to whisper to them. The figure raises their hand, and a number of the people at the table get up and move away. That's it. They don't say anything.
She just sits there.
Aren't you gonna talk?
Oh, I was waiting to be invited. I was told I talked too much.
You do talk too much. Sit down.
Okay. So,
Explain to the boss what you want.
I'm sure you remember the kerfuffle that happened here some time ago. It was like yesterday, maybe the day before. I don't remember now. A lot has happened since then, okay? There was a false Hydra, there were assassins, there was teleporting demons. Okay, there's been a lot, alright? Okay, but that's not the point. The point is that I don't even remember why this happened, I'll be perfectly honest. But my coworker was kind of stupid and made bad decisions. But my friend is a regular here, and I'd like him to still maintain and continue to be a regular here because he really likes this place. So, he was not involved at all. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And my stupid coworker did stupid things. And I don't think it's fair that he get punished for this.
Persuasion.
She's also going to open up, grab a fistful of gold, put it on the table, and go, I've been told this helps.
Roll me with advantage.
I like how it's co-worker and not friend.
She's putting the distinction there on purpose.
Yeah.
She's thought about what she's saying before she says it. This is a rare occasion, alright?
Groundbreaking.
Storm
Really
considers
did a lot to you.
Storm considers Kovac as much of a friend as Wisteria does.
Ooh.
Shots fucking fired.
I'm gonna fix it. I promise.
22. That's what 15
22.
plus 7 is, right? 22?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you say you're not good at persuasion.
I thought I wasn't, but apparently I have modifiers in it. So I'll add a smile and nod, man. I'll take it.
There's a moment of silence, and then the shadowy figure kind of looks towards the bouncer for a moment. The bouncer reaches over, drags the coins across the table slowly, kind of counts them out a bit. How many did you throw down?
I'm gonna roll a d10 to find out, because she literally grabbed a handful and did not. I'd say it was more than 3. Let's say 13. She grabbed a handful,
13?
a fistful.
He kind of just counts them all out, nods. And then the figure kind of looks back towards you. The one thing you notice is, whilst you can't see its face, the movements from it seem kind of jarring. And then when it speaks, you kind of understand why. It's kind of like, it sounds like a false voice coming from a machine of sorts. And you can hear wood clacking about as it's talking, as like a wooden jaw is talking. Yes. Very well. What is the name of your friend?
It is Thug. He is good person, does not wish for
Yeah.
trouble, only to drink.
A regular. he will be permitted.
Okay, the
But
rest of
not
us,
your
I don't care.
associate. If I see your associate in my side of town again, they won't live to speak about it.
That is fair. They made bad choices, and you know what? That is the consequences of their actions.
Yeah, I don't care if you're Xel'nari, you don't scare me.
Oh, I wasn't trying to be scary. She just looks really confused. I thought I was being quite friendly, actually. Do you normally pay people you're trying to be scary to?
No, most people pay me.
I did.
And our business is concluded.
Okay. One question.
Ask.
Only if I come with my friend am I allowed to have a drink with him.
Acceptable. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I will not cause trouble.
Good. Good.
It's too much effort. Plus, it's more fun to put trouble in places where, you know, my colleague can get upset at me. Like drawing in her books. Oh boy, she does not like that at all. It is hilarious.
Bit of a prankster, are you?
Yeah, it's fun.
You seem like you're light on your feet.
I mean, I've had to dodge my fair share of fireballs.
The
Have you seen
light
my
of the
fur?
thief and things.
It kind of catches on fire, you know?
You know what? If you come back, I might have a job for you.
Oh, okay, I like working. But sometimes I am too busy to do extra work. But if I can, I will. I did help the people at the mines. They gave me a really good reward. But no one will notice that it's missing. No. Mm-mm.
I like people who like to help. I like to help too.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Well,
Good,
if you
good.
ever need me, you can always tell Thug, and Thug will probably know how to get to me.
Alright, alright. I'll keep it in mind. Might need someone of your abilities and leverage at some point.
Sure. I can be quite busy, but when I'm not busy, I don't mind helping people.
You have yourself a wonderful day, miss.
Sure. I'm sure I will. Well, there's a lot of things to clean up. It has been a very chaotic couple of days. I don't know if you heard about the false Hydra, but, anyway, and she wanders off.
With your perception, actually, you would notice it. As you start walking off, you notice that the figure just kind of, like, collapses in position. And the security guard will follow you, escorting you back out.
So, Storm's thoughts on all of this was that it was either a puppet
Mhm.
or a figurehead. So, like, a puppet as in, like, magically a puppet. For the protection of the person who actually owns the place. Or a costume for someone much smaller and less intimidating looking than that actually is.
Mhm.
But she doesn't care. It's not her business. It's not her problem. And she gives zero fucks. She just wants her friend to be able to drink. Now she goes and gets Thug and excitedly tells him he's welcome back at his favorite joint.
Meanwhile, what is the party up to? Seeing as the party loves to split, making my life so much easier to murder everyone.
Storm is
Shopping
no
for
longer causing trouble.
scrubs.
So you've had some time around.
I'm doing some research and seeing if
I know, Thalai, you wanted to look at potentially getting access to some rare ores.
Yes.
So you go into the market district to have a look?
Yeah. So that'd be the best place for it.
What exactly are you trying to find? In particular? Anything in particular, or just kind of what having a look?
Let's have a look. So Thalia's already got some orichalcum, and an ingot of adamantium, and some basic iron.
Mhm.
plus a few other bits and pieces. I guess the live would like to try and buy. How much? How many ingots of metal would be required to make plate armor?
A full plate mail.
Yeah, full plate. Yeah, full plate armor. Yeah.
And say, is Coco still here? I know he's lurking, but he could be able to tell us exactly true factor for that. But in terms of game terms, you would need 5.
5? All right. Thalia would like to try. So I've got this the book of metallurgy you kind of gave me. I'm looking through, and the special abilities that some of these metals have in that. If I wanted to mix and match, how would that work?
You could potentially make ingots out of them, but you would need the proper forges to be able to do so.
Not necessarily. So more like if I wanted to make, for example, plate armor with both adamantine and orichalcum, for example.
So in terms of game terms, it would be you'd have to make an alloy out of them and do it that way, not combine the different places. You would choose one as the primary, and you'd gain the benefits of that, and the other piece would be more of a embellishments rather than actual benefits.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd have to alloy it.
Although, would you allow him to get the effect of 2 like uncommon as the equivalent of a rare?
Not quite the way it works, no.
Okay.
If he was to alloy them together, then yes, you could do that. You'd get the effects of both. Mithril and adamantine are fairly accessible in the city. There is a few blacksmiths and merchants peddling them.
Okay.
But is there anything in particular you were looking for?
Orichalcum.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to find some orichalcum pretty easily.
All right. How much for how much would adamantine and orichalcum ingots be?
How much are you after? How many ingots are you after?
4 adamantium and 3 orichalcum.
The Queen will bankroll it. She'll pay for it for you.
Oh, that's nice of her. Thank you. All right. If I wanted to make an alloy out of those, is that something achievable?
Yeah, as long as you get access to a decent forge, you'd be able to alloy them.
Would the HQ, Xel'nari HQ, have a decent enough forge for it?
The outpost here in the city, no.
No,
but
HQ.
Yeah, the one back at the castle, the Xel'nari castle, yeah, definitely be more than capable of it.
Then that, and then sorry, I'm just going to last little quick flick through. Oh, my hammer. No, I think the infernal iron nails and the Aurus ore will be fine enough for a warhammer. Okay, yep, that's all good. I've done my shopping, and I will be very grateful for the Queen for bankrolling. That's it. Yep.
Alrighty.
I think Oddie still has to choose rewards.
That's all right.
If don't worry.
If Oddie made their mind.
Too asleep for that.
Sam, but what I'll say is Sam will kind of have a think, and every now and then you disappear for a little bit, and then coming back with like just a bag of stuff, and it's like, I'll go through it later. It's fine. It's not important right now. But they're lost in thought themselves, kind of going from one thing to another. It's like, I can remember this. Hey, don't worry about it.
Where were you all planning on regrouping afterwards?
I presume the Xel'nari is where we're going. Or are we planning? Do we plan to go to Kovek's home?
Right.
Well, I thought they were getting Kovek's dad out from there because he might be a target. So I think the Xel'nari embassy might be a better option.
So they were planning on relocating Kovacs father into the Palace District to keep them more safe, as they would be acting as emissary to the Xel'nari. Quite a step up in life for Kovacs father.
Indeed.
And they say nepotism doesn't pay.
Although this
It's-
one's kind of reverse nepotism.
Yeah, reverse nepotism. I mean, I think Kovac was able to get her gig more easily in the Xel'nari because of her father, so...
Let's paying it back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you're talking about nepotism, Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is literally god tier nepotism.
No, it's only demigod.
God tier.
All right. Yes. So, heading back to the Xel'nari HQ.
There's one thing
Episode.
I would like Kovac to have done while she was walking around making all of her purchases, though.
Mm-hmm.
She will also have stopped in at like a hunting supply shop and has bought like a bag of like preserved mice or like hunting bird treats, basically.
Preserved mice.
Yes. just things that
Game meat for it.
things that
rodent
that
jerky.
things that Wisteria would enjoy nibbling on.
Mm-hmm.
And also just as she's been walking around, regardless of how frustrated Vellum gets, she's maintaining a dialogue and keeps asking, are we any closer? So she has intentionally taken some more scenic routes.
Yep.
And is basically trying to get a sense of where in the city is more viable for finding the tome of misspells that is in the city.
Mm-hmm. So you're mostly going around the market district at the moment. So.
Yeah, so predominantly in the market, but doing a lot of like zigzagging and side streets and things.
He takes a little bit to respond. He goes, I don't sense them anymore. They're not in the city no more.
I'm sorry?
Oh dear.
I don't know. You said this is a trade city, ain't it?
Yes.
And then maybe someone traded it. You know, we're kind of valuable books. You know, people are always seeking us. You're seeking us.
I am indeed seeking you. This is disconcerting, and I am not happy.
Well, it ain't my job to make you happy. It just make my job to cast spells, is it?
I understand. Is the book that you sensed still the nearest one to us?
Yeah, I mean, other than Bruda.
Of course. And can you tell which direction it has travelled from us?
Perfect. We've been through this before. I'm a book. I don't know directions.
You can just sense if they are nearby. There is nothing wrong with me trying.
You keep on trying there. You keep on trying.
You have not been entirely consistent with the information you have provided in the past, so I'm going to keep trying.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been nothing but helpful the whole time.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure you have. Well, I appreciate...
Apologies.
I appreciate your assistance. We can continue to investigate at a later date.
Rightio then. I'm taking us back to sleep for me.
Says he will. And he goes away.
So, you're heading back to the Xel'nari HQ.
Yes.
Storm, try as you might, today you are not able to find Thog. He's out and about somewhere. You're not sure where, but it's a big, big city. It will take you time to find him.
Does she know where he's staying?
No, she does not. It will be at insert tavern here because he's probably traveling between them, getting kicked out of a few of them. Alright. So you make your way back into the emissary as the sun's starting to set. After a long day's spending and relaxing and just actually taking in the sights of the city rather than having to be rushing back and forth from one spot to another. It's only once you get to the emissary that you realize that Storm has not been with you the entire time. She has slunk off at some point and now manages to slink herself back in again
And
as
you
you
only
make your
realize
way in.
when she goes, "Hey, Mog.
Hmm?
Can you send a message to Thog for me?"
Sure. Did you just want to say hi? Check how he's doing?
Tell him to come find me tomorrow. I have news for him.
Okay.
That is all.
Cast sending.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Thog. Hope you're safe. Hope you're good. Your favorite cat wants to speak to you. That's it.
Not saying how to get to her.
That was not part of the message I was supposed to pass on.
That is fair. You get a response pretty much immediately, which starts off with, "What the fuck are voices in me head? I have a cat. Who are you? What do you want?" And that is the message you get.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that's glorious.
Second sending spell. Because what are third level slots if not for sendings? This is Mug, your friend. Storm, your other friend, wants to catch up and say hi. So you should try and find her. We're at the embassy at the moment.
I think you run out of words there at the end.
Tradition is it's not up to the person casting sending to count. Everyone else
Yes,
at the
true.
table should do that.
I'm sorry, I forgot to.
Storm left the task in your hands. Whatever message
You
got
get-
sent, got sent.
You get a response back again, a lot more calm, but this time it's, "Oh, right, you should come down and have some ale with me. I'm a little bit sloshed at the moment, so I'll probably find her to." And
Yep.
then it cuts.
Of course.
I'll turn to Storm and go, if he remembers, he'll find you.
Okay, that is fair.
As you
She's
head
weirdly
into
tolerant,
the embassy, you see that Mira, the elf wizard, is still there. She nods to you all as you enter. It is so good to see that you're all safe. Xavier did mention that you succeeded in your mission. Welcome. She nods to Thule. I did see you kind of hurriedly step in for a moment earlier, but I did not catch your name.
Hello.
A pleasure. I take it you are the extra member that they spoke of that was away.
Yes, I had business to attend to down south.
I am glad that you were able to arrive and assist. I've heard stories of what happened in the town square with the Queen as well. I am glad that you were successful, but this is most concerning. Definitely a step up in their actions. I'm afraid that things will definitely get more difficult around the world as these beasts decide to step into the light a little bit more. They seem a little less careful. Perhaps you've been thwarting too many of their plans. They do seem to have a particular interest in yourselves.
We do appear to have provoked them somewhat.
Yeah, I don't think they have an interest in us specifically, just that we're the ones in their way. Often. Annoyingly often.
Yes,
If any of the other Xel'nari wish to step up and start thwarting some demons, I'm sure the world will be a better place.
please do not misunderstand my meaning. It's just in my line of work I have come to understand that there's not often coincidences in this world. Generally, there's something underlying driving that factor. And you have just been in the right place at the wrong time a few too many times.
Indeed, we have. And thus have drawn their ire.
I would definitely tread carefully going forward. It is very likely that you might be the target of one of their assaults at some point if you continue to be a thorn in their side.
We will do our best to be prepared for all that may come. Right? Everyone?
Mm-hmm.
But for now, rest up and relax, please, by all means. Our services are at your disposal.
Wonderful. I find it quite relaxing to proofread other people's reports. May I look at what was filed by Xavier?
No, you may not. As a superior officer, his files are not for your scrutiny.
Well,
yes. Are you concerned that there might be some harsh words about your use of fireball in the chamber?
I find an outside perspective can be educational when reviewing our performances.
Hey, Kovac, guess what?
What?
We are 4 outside perspectives of your performance. Would you like us to tell you what we think?
You are too close to the situation to have a non-biased opinion of me.
I think you're reckless and need to think before you act more often. But hey,
and
maybe
that's
I
coming
am
from
biased.
Storm.
Look, I won't say that I don't make some silly decisions. But I try to learn from them. You know,
Delay at this point
you burn
actually
your tail
grabs
once, you don't do it again.
paper and a quill and sits down and actually starts to write his report of everything that's happened since he split off and then
You've got a lot to write down.
Excellent. Oh, are people's new acquisitions relatively obvious? Because Kovac has walked in with a staff and a cape and a bit of chainmail poking out around her neckline.
Thalai is wearing the belt, and I guess the javelins would be sticking out somewhere.
That'd be fairly visible.
Yeah. You will notice that the shield doesn't seem to have the gleam that it usually has on it, though.
I I see.
It was really tough choosing what to put down.
Curse you,
Yeah.
3 attunement slots.
That's why you need to be an artificer.
Mhm.
It's a challenge. I think
Storm just looks pleased with herself.
Kovac would look between the as for light preoccupied, Kovac would turn to Mug and Sam and Storm and say, "I have acquired a new spellcasting implement. This staff is rather fetching. Would either of you have any interest in using this rod of absorption? It currently does not contain any magical charges, but does have the potential to render spells targeting you specifically ineffective, and turn that hostile magic into power."
If I could.
You
No,
Okay.
it's okay. I'm good. I'm gonna go curl
you
up
need
in
to
the
hold
corner.
that, do you?
Yes, you do.
That could be a problem.
Oh,
I've got a sword, I've got a shield, and I've got 2 hands.
understandable.
But hey, I got a cool new sword.
That is good. It just appears. It just appears to be a hilt, though.
I was gonna
Yes.
say it doesn't have a blade.
It has a special blade and
Of an
cue
arcane-
lightsaber sound
Oh,
and 15-foot light.
that is very impressive.
Oh, and the loot finally got fixed.
Excellent. Did you end up going to Xantix, or did you find?
There
somebody
was
else?
someone else at the palace who could do it. He seemed slightly offended that he was doing such a menial task. I'm not sure who he was, but
That's-
dropping the Queen's name got him to snap to fixing the thing, so I may have offended the High Wizard. Not sure.
Oh, that is.
I mean,
Ash-
technically, if you weren't the one to ask to do that,
Yeah.
to the Queen.
Do
on
I
you,
know?
so.
Do I know of the High Wizard?
No, actually, you wouldn't.
Okay,
Because it has actually changed hands since you were last here.
but
Therefore, it's the High Wizard. That's the demon. God,
Would-
you don't
would-
know. If you don't know them, they're a demon. This is what
The
we
old
worked
High
out.
Wizard went on a walk in the park one day. He was totally eaten by the false Hydra.
would I know of like a common symbol of station, like a mantle or a staff or a hat or something?
Yes, you would. They would be wearing a necklace which shows their position.
Okay, so I'll try to describe that to Mug and say, did the person who you sought help from have a rather adorned necklace?
I don't recall seeing one.
Well, then you may have dodged a magic missile.
Oh, so I possibly offended a lesser wizard.
Yes.
Ah. They had the same look that you had when someone interrupted you.
That is a common look
Yeah.
among us, yes.
But also, this loot is kind of cool.
I'm glad.
As I pull out the loot, do a power chord, and then start flying around the room.
Are you able to fly because of the power cord, or are you able to fly just some? Does this double check this information?
Correlation, causation, no one can tell.
Very impressive. So, Storm, Sam, Rod?
Rod?
Interest?
What?
Rod of
What rod?
Absorption.
Oh,
It's rather effective if you're expecting to be on the receiving end of targeted spells coming just at you.
Oh, like a disintegration ray. Yeah, that'd be useful.
Yes, it would be very
perhaps
useful.
If no, maybe I don't know. I don't
I'm good.
really need it. I think it is more useful for one of you to use. I seem to be pretty
I
okay
need
at
to-
dodging spells.
Okay.
I need to double check the things I grabbed. I wasn't really paying attention to things kind of grab stuff, so I don't know.
If you like to,
We'll put it in the bag. They just produce a bag of just stuff.
Although, Storm, did
Yeah.
you want Thog's gauntlets that make your fists go fiery?
Perhaps.
Because I'm not going to be using them anymore.
You're not?
Mm.
I will have to contemplate
The-
this.
What are they called? Gauntlets of Flaming Fury.
You have piqued her interest thoroughly.
while Storm is like visibly agog, Kovak's just gonna focus into the bag with telekinesis and pull out a random item. Just to see
You will not
what-
find anything in there. It is. Don't do that. I don't know what's in there. Out of character. This is Sam's version of Sam got stuff, but I need to decide what it is later.
Okay. I will trust the rod of absorption into your custody for the time being.
Bag. It's not the bag of beans, I promise.
Oh,
I,
God.
it
I still
better
have
not
that.
be.
I still have the bag of beans.
I was so prepared for those bag of beans to come out during the fight, and it never did, and I was both relieved and
There was
mildly
never
disappointed.
enough time because I was going to die, and then I did.
Die.
So.
Actually, Mug will do another sending after he sort of stops flying and a little bit away from the group. He's going to do a sending to Xavier. Because Xavier, is he making his way back, or is he like teleporting back or
He
something?
teleported back.
Teleported back. Okay. Basically, just say, "This is Mug. The situation here is tense but safe. What happened to the 5 that were with you?" And I'll leave it to that. There was 5 soldiers with him, wasn't there?
I
Yeah.
thought most of them died, didn't they?
Yeah, most of them did die.
Yeah. But, yeah.
The response you get back is very good to hear you're safe. I have taken the bodies back with me for proper burial, along with Xantix. He wouldn't know about that, so no. Giving final report
Mm.
would be the end of it.
Yep, I'll leave it at that for the moment.
And you were worried Xantix was going to die, Kalan.
I was. You did put a warning to me that something could happen.
Potentially could have happened.
Oh
Just
no,
say-
the frail old gnome will stay behind in the dangerous dungeon.
Well, let's just say the assassin had one of 2 targets. It went for the higher priority one.
Actually, Xantix was safer than us looking back on things.
It was a close call, though.
If you hadn't have gone out with the queen, no, he wouldn't have been.
Damn, we inadvertently saved a PC.
You hear that, Kit? They saved a gnome. They saved a gnome.
Does that count as a -1?
Oh no!
No, it's only a -1 if you bring one back from the dead. All right.
I don't like them implications.
All right. right, so
I'm sure Xantix will die off screen at one point or another. Maybe.
most certainly. So you offered quarters at the embassy, and a place to sleep, or you were offered the option to have the teleport circle prepared to make your way back.
Shall we return to HQ tonight?
No.
I think we should
No.
stay in Tanzanite for a couple of days.
How come?
I would like
People
to
are
say goodbye
fickle.
to Thug.
There were rioting on the streets yesterday. There isn't today. There could be tomorrow.
Realistically, Mug has a point. We are the faces of the people who not only defended the Queen, but of the Xel'nari that fought against the assassins at the docks. It might be necessary for us to stay just a couple of days to make sure that we are not needed.
Well, that could be good timing. The festival is in 2 days.
Then let us declare the festival as a risk that could be attacked to disrupt the goodwill of this town. So we must stay and we must observe this festival for the good of the kingdom.
I have worked security during the festival numerous times. Even prior to threats, it is a challenging day.
But that's because you're working. Actually, Kovac,
We should be working during the festival as well.
what happens at this festival? We've heard little snippets. There's
The main attraction of the festival is a parade of cultural exchange. Different cultures, groups, and districts will prepare floats and displays and are paraded through the streets for all to see and admire. The Darken Quarter have for quite some time been working towards automatons.
That was a lot of words.
So is it a
Apologies.
big party after the parade?
There is a central display. The parade itself runs through all districts, but there are also certain set locations in the city where things are put on display and certain parties and festivities are held. The main challenge is ensuring the security of the parade because it is constantly moving and very hard to wade through crowds thick full of drunken people.
You want to work this event?
We should work this event because we are the Xel'nari, and there is a clear and present danger. We should coordinate with
How
the
long
town
does
guard.
the parade last?
Several hours.
It makes its way through most of the city.
Yes. Slow walking parade pace, winding all around everywhere. It's a massive show. People will get up on rooftops and throw petals. Everyone is wearing their best and brightest attire, so being well dressed for the occasion is a must, regardless of if you are working or not.
I shift to Thalai and Storm.
Storm's suddenly like, ooh, I should get some traditional attire made.
It is a very bright and colourful fair. The
Thalai's like,
entire-
t-shirt weather, takes off pants.
not
This-
much different.
This festival is a show of strength, if nothing else, for the city of Tanzanite. It shows that Tanzanite is united and diverse and wealthy and influential and powerful. There's a reason
So
why
the Xel'nari is going to have one of these floats, right?
they have in previous years. It has not been the most outrageous affairs, but normally it is used to encourage recruitment and to instill a sense of peace.
So, in the topic of inclusivity and diversity,
You wish us to be on the float?
can we not make a float and design it to be spectacular? Is there a prize for the best float?
This sounds like fun.
There are indeed varying different categories for best float. More often than not, a Vidalkin will walk away with an award for best technical brilliance.
Hey, you know what, Kovac?
Except last year.
That person could be you. That Videlkin could be you.
What happened last year?
Even
I
if
don't
we...
I don't want to talk about it.
It was a gnome, wasn't it?
Semantics!
Xavier
It
took
was
the
a
antics
dark day
away.
in Fidelkin history.
Xantics was taken away not to actually submit a report, just to stop him from winning the float parade.
Well, could we have a float that is drawn by giant eagles?
Okay, last time I've been a giant eagle for you guys, I've been integrated, I have been shot at. Y'all can get fucked and do it yourself this time. That's all I'm saying.
You had a meteor swarm called on you.
So
Feeling
sassy.
like giant eagles are not that safe at the moment.
No.
Kind of a big
They're an
target.
endangered species at this moment.
But I do
Pulled by a woolly mammoth?
potentially. I do have access
Yeah,
to
it's-
fabrication magic. I could spend a large portion of the day out in the forest, conjuring together the basic bones of a float, and then it would be up to all of you to decorate it.
And I can stand on the front playing the lute.
Indeed.
I could play the bagpipes.
I'm
At the
going
back
to-
of the float.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to.
question.
It is about
I
culture,
guess
is
I
it
could.
not? The bagpipes.
I guess I could play my horn.
Sure.
Yes. I could also.
Ash, as a
I
curiosity,
can also
if
play
I was
Moon.
to cast daylight on a point of like the float, for example, and then the float moved, would it go along with the float as the point is moving?
Daylight? No. Light?
Yeah,
I
I'm pretty
think
sure
yes.
it's a fixed position.
Hmm.
I think
Just
you
double
can
check.
move it as a bonus section though, if I remember correctly. Or am I thinking?
I
I'm
can
probably
do
thinking-
that with flaming sphere.
I know you can do this.
God, the float!
I know you can do it
No,
with
I-
Moonbeam, but I'm not sure about Daylight if you can move it.
No, because it's from the drift globe I've got, so in theory it might. I was just curious if things that Sam can do, but it's fine.
Well,
I mean, you could cast Daylight on an object, and then
Yeah.
it will be glowing, so it would move with it. Yes.
yeah.
So if you wanted a
The
little
drift
bit more
globe-
rather than it has
Yeah.
to the flow, like a glow.
The drift globe itself is the item that's meant to be the one emitting the daylight, and you can move it around. So yeah.
Oh, and the ultimate finale, I can start just flinging cards from the deck of illusions into the crowd. Hey, you have to finish strong.
I'm gonna go and talk to
Anyone else?
Mina. Wait, was it Mina or Mira?
Mirror.
Mira, I'm going to talk to Mira and see if I can requisition blueprints for this year's Xel'nari float, if there is one assembled and prepared.
There is not a float prepared for this year. With everything that was happening, they did not have time to put something together. What they were considering doing, and now it is probably reinforced more so based on everything that is happening, was more just having a number of agents on patrol as part of the parade in ceremonial armors.
May I requisition previous year's float schematics?
Yes, you may.
Excellent. Is there like a certain theme present among the ones made of previous years?
Most of them are generally fairly basic and just positions dotted about on the float at different varying levels where people can, where the agents can show off different skills and talents. So, like on one side there is some archery targets, on others there's some dummies for spells to be cast at, and a little spa area for sword fighting as well. It's more of a demonstrational float rather than a fancy put on display.
I'll circle back on the tidy and put these schematics down on the table and say, this is what we have worked with on previous years. It's been very functional and utilitarian.
I'm going to be honest, Kovic. That looks really boring.
It has definitely shown very well. In part, this float is what appealed to me into attempting to...
Oh, then we have to change it.
I'm sorry, Kovic. That was not a convincing argument.
I've got a great idea. We should do a diorama of a famous battle.
Oh, that sounds exciting, like the one we had.
The battle from hundreds of years ago when the Xel'nari united forces to defeat that demon thingy.
That is actually a really good idea.
You could make that potentially rather interesting.
I'm sure you remember the name of... I read the book a while ago, I forgot.
Indeed.
Started with G. Grungod or something.
Grumgarush.
Grumgarush.
Grumgot.
Can we not? Can we not?
Storm is not the one to remember things, but
I'm having physio and hurting.
Because this one we can get sort of... What's it saying? 2 birds, 1 stone?
If we're able to commission an artist, you could create a large sheet of paper, spool on 2 rolls, and basically create artwork of the battle across it, and rig up a simple mechanism to unspool and respool this sheet of paper to show.
I had a far simpler idea.
Of course you do.
We make Thalai look like the big demon thing, and then we pretend to beat him up. Well, you're the tallest.
Yes,
Actually, you guys would notice I have
Yeah,
given another
only at this point you realize.
you are the tallest.
have you always been that tall?
I think so. Looking down and realizing my pants are now like short.
A
We
good
were-
foot short.
So, like, have
We
you
were-
gone through another growth spurt?
We were quite preoccupied with the battle and everything, but
I was not this tall last night.
Oh,
What have you been eating, Thalai?
I don't know. Thinking back to anything he might have eaten when he was with the dwarves a few weeks ago, that could have done this. No, not that.
all that,
Or that. Maybe? No.
all that high altitude and crisp mountain air must have encouraged you along.
Well, actually, no. Thinking on it. No, that's right. People who study the the runes of the giants can sometimes be affected by the runes of the giants and grow.
Interesting.
Oh,
Does this mean if you study long enough, you become a giant?
I don't think so.
you are kind
think-
of giant.
Yes, you were getting rather close to it.
Oh yes, for the audience, the lie is now 8 foot 10 inches. Just he gained another 12 feet thanks to the level 10 feature.
No,
of
you didn't.
Midnight.
You gain
Sorry.
12 inches, not 12
Sorry.
feet.
Sorry.
Look, some people dream about gaining that much. Hello. Okay.
Sorry, yes, the lie grew a foot thanks to the Rune Knight level 10 feature.
Thalai
got
is
3
now
feet
just
now.
lacking the power armor from being a space marine.
Well,
And the sheer charisma.
If he was an orc, can I be his grot?
you already are?
I know.
You may
Does
not.
that make Storm the Squig?
You may
Kovacs the
not-
weird.
Actually, Storm was the most
weird
orc
lass.
out of all of us. She throws dynamite, hopes for the best, and it works.
It's true. Storm is the most. She believes it'll work, and it does.
Actually, she's more of a goblin. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing.
She'd be
Anyway,
like
we're
a-
getting
she would be like a goblin fanatic.
So, are we all in agreement that we're going to put on a performance spectacular at the parade?
Yeah.
The festival goes
I
for
would like
hours. It would be a multiple matinees back to back.
Mm. So it means we can't use spells unless we have our command performance.
But you
Where's
can
the-
use cantrip, no?
Mm.
Oh,
Who
that-
judges who's best?
it is an assembled council. Normally, the parade marshal oversees how things run, and normally will choose the people who will judge each year.
Do they always judge from the same spot? Are they like brought to the palace to judge as it goes past?
They're judging the parade as a whole, so some marshals will choose a fixed point. Others will blend in among the crowd. It varies. It varies quite often.
Because we could put on an extra show if we go past someone important who's a judge.
Well, that as someone who is quite adept at the reading of minds, I think it's up to you to determine where they are. Then. But I think this is a sound concept. We may be tasked with ensuring this place's safety, but also with the mental well-being of its people.
Indeed. So we'll provide safety, but we have to do it with style.
Yes. That reminds me.
If you can't get style, at least have panache.
You have seen my wardrobe, Mug.
Yes?
I am well dressed.
Mm.
Good formal Vidalcan attire is very bright and flowy.
Yes. But when you
It is not very
inevitably get
practical,
upset at someone littering in the street,
I'm going to take the time to yell at them while I'm performing.
with style.
With style.
With style.
Fear not. Mug, could we have a quick side conversation now?
Mhm.
I'm going to take Mug over to the side after and say, if you have it in you, would you be able to send a message for me, please?
Yes. Who do you need sent to?
Tia?
Ah. You'll see Mug will be suppressing his grin. He suppresses about 80% of it.
So it's still massive.
He's not openly laughing in your face. But what would
It's
you
more
like
of
to
a
say?
smug smirk.
I will do my best to make the arrangements work on my end, but I would love very much to invite her to travel to Tanzanite via the Xel'nari HQ teleportation circle. I would like to see her again and would enjoy it if she was able to attend the festival.
Is she going to be performing?
I don't imagine so. She's not magically skilled. And is predominantly...
Oh, it was her sister that had some magic ability, was it?
yes.
I thought she'd... Okay, sorry. I was misremembering.
No, her sister was more of a martial artist.
Yes.
Was more involved in the combat.
Oh, yep.
Her sister found it far more interesting to speak to Thalai.
So,
And Mug, actually, as well.
Yeah.
She wasn't picky.
If you could compose the message thus. Tia. This is a message from Kovac.
Yep.
You are invited to Tanzanite for the annual festival. Please travel to Xel'nari HQ. Arrangements have been made.
I like how you're saying the arrangements have been made, but you haven't made the arrangements.
I have 2 days. She's going to be on the road for a day and a half. So I'll make the arrangements.
That's what you think, but she's suddenly now behind you because she suddenly learned the teleportation spell.
Okay. Now, how much should I mess with this?
You did ask, Mug.
Yep.
Nobody else knows sending!
Roll a percentile.
Me?
Mug should roll for mess with.
I'm yet to roll a single die this session.
About time that we don't need to roll as many dice. It's been a lot of sessions of a lot of dice.
Well, stop meteor swarming us.
Stop provoking an elemental.
Yeah, Kovac.
Stop thinking a level 9 can take on a level 20.
If I
To be
keep
fair,
trying, I'll
we
be able
nearly
to
got
take
them.
her. Yeah.
Did we?
Saying they had to be pulled out, yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
She's been stopped from attacking twice now. And to be fair, you also had to literally forcibly drag Kovac away last time.
Okay, I've got 2 more words I can fit in, I think.
Damn. Every time. There's a reason Kovac didn't speak to her via this method up until now, because it's going to end badly.
Oh, Kovac wants to message your girlfriend. Right.
Yes, she does. Besides, it was one date. She want a second date. She's cute.
Alright, how are you?
Perfect.
Oh god.
I'm just going to count them up to make sure.
Okay. Damn it.
Yes. 25 exactly.
Visible panic.
That's great. I love it.
Tia, this is Mug. Kovac has been insufferable while away from you. Please go to Xel'nari HQ and they will teleport you here. Dress sexy. I sent it exactly as you wanted.
Insight check.
Deception.
Am I also here for this? Like, no, I'm not.
That's an actual one!
You pulled him away as well, so Sam's not even there to give you the reroll.
I only got a 16.
Was that on the dice, or
No, that's in total.
did you roll a 1 as well?
No, Mug's not doesn't have expertise in deception
That's true.
yet.
It boggles the mind that Kovac would believe him, but
I'd probably say that it's fair to assume that he would have messed with it in some way, but it may come across that he was getting the general gist of what you're after.
Yeah, fair enough.
That he wasn't taking it too far.
Okay, now I've got to think of how she would respond.
Well, it's also only right that Mug should mess with you a bit. He was wingmanning for you at the beginning.
Yeah, and that was a pretty hot dress. Just Kovac gold backless dress.
Okay. Well met, Mug. I had worried that in her travels she had forgotten me. She has been in my thoughts always. I shall leave immediately.
She's coming. You're in.
Kovac, like,
See, 'cause we hear what you say when you talk to other people, don't you? You say, 'cause you say it out loud when you do messaging spells. Is that correct?
yeah, but Kovac's been pulled away.
Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say, should have said instead of dress sexy, bring something sexy to read. That'll really do it for Kovac. And bring the library glasses.
Be a librarian.
Kovac is going to rush off to Mira and begin completing the necessary paperwork to requisition some teleportation time
Sorry.
and make the arrangements so that Tia can be here.
I thought you said you rush off to a mirror.
Like a mirror.
Yeah.
That's what I heard too.
No. I'm gonna start scrivening furiously, and halfway through page 1, Kovac will just look up and say, "Oh yes, Mug, thank you," and then keep writing.
I'd say at this point, Delia's finished his report, and we'll hand it in.
Storm's been curled up in a corner somewhere, just observing everyone from her cat sleep.
Alright. Is there anything else anyone needed to get done tonight?
Nope.
Fair enough.
No.
I guess
You
Delia
sh-
will need to buy new clothes.
For the moment, a simple outfit will be provided by Xel'nari. But it is a full uniform, so depends how Tholai he wants to make it.
Of course.
So, the shirt goes out the window straight away.
Pretty much, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you settle in for the night and get your second night's well-rested sleep. It's a miracle. You'd thought that you'd never feel a nice comfy bed again. But here it is.
Does this put Sam on no levels of exhaustion anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Should do, because it's a second night of sleep.
Excellent.
Yay.
Unfortunately, that is not the case for Oddie, who looks.
No, I'm okay. Okay, I'm doing
but you do look like you as a human being have more levels of exhaustion than your character.
For context, guys, Audie wakes up very early to play with us, so...
And I was at a pride yesterday, so I was quite tired.
Once the alarm's going off.
Meds.
Tic tac time.
Tic tac time, tic tac time, tic tac tic tac tic tac time.
Tic tac time.
Alrighty.
I'm good. Let's go.
You'd awaken the next morning. You know, there's probably that bit of juttering to wake where you're still on edge, but then realizing that you're in a safe location. That things are not dangerous here. You can relax. You actually wake up to in the common area. There is meals provided for you, so along with drinks, and you are ready to go about your day.
Can I
Preparing
remove my
for
level
the
of
festival as it
exhaustion?
would be now. Miro will approach. If there's anything you need in preparation for the festival, I will let you know that Xel'nari will be sending a dozen agents as a security escort for the parade this year.
Excellent.
What about fireworks?
There is plenty of fireworks already going to be on display for the show. They are not to be used by the floats themselves for risk of setting fires throughout the city.
I understand. Okay.
Indeed. I will be traveling just outside the city's perimeter. I'm going to make use of the available timber and foliage to fabricate as a cart.
Okay.
To build the float around.
Fair.
Storm will
So that's going to be the majority of your day will be doing that.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, it's just gonna be like other people will be able to assemble like decorations, things. Kovac is just off casting, fabricate to make like components, and it's just building pieces upon pieces, and is then going to come back with a very tired mule just pulling this big like float base in.
What about everyone else? What's your plans for the day in preparation?
Storm's gonna go
Mug's
find
gonna
Thog.
go. What is Storm gonna do?
Find Thog.
Belai is going to go visit a tailor and get some really nice pants made, like good quality pants. Something to fit his new stature.
Are you going to get it made out of like spandex, so when you go to size large, they won't tear?
You
don't-
should
I don't
definitely
need-
try and get some enchanted pants.
No. Instead, he's going to have Velcro on the back so he can just...
All your equipment
We took
changes
a
with
day
you,
with
I know.
this.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
just
it was
some
a
magic
time to
lighting
get
there.
serious.
Thanks to
Oh,
the power of
that's
magic, anything is possible. But then I would also, Ash, I would
Yes.
like to look for, if the city has, because I didn't realize we could look for these items, then, Mug has made us we can. I'm going to be looking for, I think it's called the Manual of Eminent Health.
Someone
I
wants
was
Constitution of
thinking
22.
those.
Yes.
My
Having
wisdom
said
from
that,
22 would be great.
Mug's going to be reading his book of how to make friends and influence people. But has to be like 48 hours of study over 6 days maximum.
Yep.
6 days or less. So
Is that the one that gives
Not-
you charisma?
Yeah,
+2 charisma, and your maximum charisma is increased by 2.
yeah, it's fantastic.
And
So,
it can only be used once every 100 years.
Yes.
So let's hope it hasn't been used.
I don't think Mug would have bought it if it hadn't been used.
Touche.
So, Yakety Stacks starts playing up as Storm and Thog are moving through the city trying to find each other.
I was expecting that.
They do eventually run into each other at one of the local watering holes. and it is the usual chaos of
Dog!
a half orc, gigantic half orc, just smashing through the tavern, barreling everyone out of the way, and then Storm diving through the air a little bit more nimbly, but still knocking people's glasses over as she jumps along the tables until they embrace and hug finally. Hey, little furball, how you been?
I have been good. Hey, guess what? Guess what? I have a surprise for you.
What?
I fixed it. You can go back to your favorite watering hole.
But I'm banished.
No, not anymore. I fixed it. You can go back drink there. Just don't make trouble or they'll kick you out again.
I didn't make trouble in the first place.
I know, I told them that. And they were forgiving of you.
Alright.
Wanna go get a drink?
Oh, yeah, let's go get drunk.
Hell yeah, let's go get drinks!
Alright, let's go. And they will run off merrily towards the...
The most ridiculously cheerful duo ever.
Alright. In your search, you're able to find some tailors all over the place. There's plenty of tailors around to make you some fine clothes, and that's not a problem. You do not find anyone with a manual, though, unfortunately.
That's okay.
They are extremely rare items, and it just happened to be that this one was available in town at the moment. As a rare trader would come through. You are noticing that there is definitely an increase in stalls, even over yesterday, as more and more traders are coming in. And if you were to go along the towards the harbors, you would see that the number of ships is increasing exponentially daily, as more and more vessels from across the lands are coming in preparation for the festival. It is a massive, massive festival where ships from pretty much every nation are present.
All right. How much for the fine clothes?
It'd be 5 gold.
I'll pay that.
It depends how fine you're going, of course.
Like some really nice quality sturdy pants and boots as well. I'm guessing.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
might be.
yeah, I'd say actually 2 gold. Then you're not going like aristocrat level.
Okay. So I got to change my traveler's clothes into fine clothes.
Alrighty. So what kind of float are you going for, Kofek? So you've just made the base at the moment, haven't you?
Yes. So it is going to be. So I'm going for 6 wheels.
Mm-hmm.
The center axle is going to be rigid all the way through.
Are you rebuilding the caterpillar?
No.
Okay.
The other 4 wheels are going to be not attached to each other in terms of the axles. So basically, if this float needs to change direction quickly, it can basically pivot on one spot and just turn around.
Okay.
I'm designing it to be maneuverable just in case on like a basic foundation level, and it shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay.
As a result of that, it's going to have a pretty simple like rectangular shape. It's going to have a relatively standard size in terms of its footprint, but I'm going to design it so that it kind of tapers up a little bit, so it gets a bit wider as it goes up, and that if people want to like put things built into the platform itself, they can, but the stage would probably be like 5-6 feet off the ground, and it's going to start relatively flat, but I think I would also include a few upright posts and things to like hang stuff. So I'm going for the basic structure, utilitarian float base that other people can take and play with and adapt.
Alrighty.
She'll bring it back in maybe halfway through the day if it takes her like half a day of conjuring. How many spell slots would she have to drop to
You'd probably go through the
something like that?
majority of them, honestly. It is a fairly complex design that you're going for, so it is
Okay.
definitely going to need a bit of fabrication.
I'll dump all my fourths and one of my fifth.
Okay. Yep. That'll be more than enough.
Cool.
All right.
And then I'll ride it through town. I'll find Mug and say, Mug.
Ah, that was quick, but I guess that should be expected.
Indeed, your canvas is ready. Have at it.
Ah. So we're going to need lots of fabric,
Yes.
a 44-gallon barrel of wine,
Oh, God.
and I think the piece de resistance. Will be a highly mobile amplification device so that the sounds can actually appear right over the crowd's head. I think a mystical owl should do that. How's it going with Wisteria?
I am going to begin conjuring some servants to get a large bulk of this labor done. And you can go shopping.
On a more technical level, you can, with the familiar, you can cast spells through that, right?
If the spells have a range of touch, yes.
Have a range of touch. Okay. So you can't do longer range spells, but only affecting the... You can't essentially reduce the range down to touch for a spell.
No, but, you know, you can fly. And therefore you can fly around. And
yeah.
Be all big and boomy if you want.
I can do that for an hour.
It's pretty good.
So
yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll build I've got like a central post. We'll build a crow's nest on top of the post. So if nothing else, you can be up there shredding on your loot and then fly when it strikes you. But yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought you finished. My apologies. Sorry. No, having thought.
No, we're basically done.
No, it's fine. I was just going to begin ritual casting. If you have a thought, please.
Do you have like plants around that are like do we have room for a bunch of like plants that could be really cool? Because like there are certain seasons there are plants that when they kind of bloom, the petals kind of like fall around, so as it goes along, it's got a nice cherry blossom kind of effect. Is there anything like that around? Because I just remembered I'm good with plants, and I can make them big, and I can make them much more vibrant, and I can add a little bit more color, natural cores maybe.
That would be lovely. Kovac approaches the float and opens a hatch and says, I designed about a foot deep cavity between the wheels and the stage. You could fill this with flowers and have them kind of growing out of the sides of it. Most of a lot of our rooftops in Tanzanite have flower gardens. So if you wish, you could...
So I want to at least represent Tanzanite within our... If that makes sense. You're part of this. I mean, it's either that or I could just...
Could you repeat that, please?
Or I could just put a giant tree in the middle.
I fear... That might be a bit heavy.
you could put like flowers in people's hair and or beards, and then use druidcraft to like make them grow and sprout and blossom. Would that be a thing?
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
if
yeah, I've got plant growth as a spell, so I can.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
If you want to go and pay a visit to my father's home, or my family home, he isn't there presently. He's in the palace, but we have a rather nice rooftop garden, and I'm sure you may avail yourself of some cuttings to serve as the basis for your growth.
I mean, does it work like that? How much of a plant do I need to make it big and bold?
You're a druid. So, some.
Mm-hmm.
You're a druid. Do druid things.
Yeah.
All plants are under repose and become thick and overgrown. Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuttings will probably work out. It's like when people go to plant gardens and things like that, like botanical gardens, the plant centres where you buy things, garden centres, and they just take small little drops of plants that have fallen off. Like, I'm going to make my own plants. when I get
Exactly.
home.
And you can do that because magic.
If that's all right, then Ash, I'll arrange to grab kind of plants, good flowers, and that kind of thing, and I'm gonna
All right, so you're heading to Kovac's father's home. Kovac was incorrect. Her father is home.
Oh.
I'm wondering if he's remembering things.
Oh no.
And he is remembering things.
Oh,
And he
Well,
is...
I don't know this, so I will knock on the door, obviously, and then
He greets you at the
Wait.
door with his usual formality. However, you can definitely see bags under his eyes. And there is definitely a sullenness to his tone, where his formality is far more forced than normal. Whereas normally he is quite natural to it. Yes. You are one of the friends of my daughter. Please do come in. What brings you here
Thank
today? Is Kovac okay?
Yes, 100% more than okay. Her girlfriend's coming to town.
At least there is some good news.
Yeah, Sam had a mid panic of, oh yeah, you probably don't know this. Oh well.
Chaos gremlins.
You can just feel Kovac's rage from several kilometers away.
In Sam's mind, Sam's going, I was left on. Okay, this is good. We're putting together a float for the festival, and I thought it would be nice to have some local Tanzanite plants within our float. And Kovac mentioned you have a wonderful rooftop garden, and if I may borrow some of them.
He takes a big sigh at first and he says, yes. Treya would be honored to see her garden put to such use.
Immediately, my brain, I was like,
of course. Please, right this way, and he'll take you upstairs to the rooftop garden.
while
By all
we're
means,
walking,
pick whatever you need. Yes.
would you? I mean, I'm going to guess the answer might be no. Would you like to come and watch your daughter work? Take your get out, have a walk, be with your daughter for a bit.
I think for the moment that is unwise. There are certain formalities to what must be discussed. And I think that for the moment, Kovac's attention is required elsewhere.
That case, I would like you to choose a specific part here.
Say that again, your mic cut that one out.
Oh, sorry. I would like you to pick a specific plant that I will take. Borrow.
Yeah.
I'll grab a few others, but I would like your opinion on a specific, please.
Very well. Come. Sis. We definitely have something. So, as you can see, we have quite a number of different arrangements. Trielle was quite fond of her garden, but of course, her personal favorite would definitely be the Twilight Claret. And he will gesture to an arrangement of thin, long. It's like a dark green rooted flower that has large purple petals that almost like a tulip, but at the start where it's like a thin cone stretching out, and then blossoms out into very large petals overflowing, which have a number of almost white, kind of like a little off-white spots across it, which kind of makes it have the look of almost a twilight sky.
So, Twilight Claret, how do you spell Claret?
That is Clurreet.
Clurete, got it.
Clurreet.
Oh, double E-T. Cool.
Yeah. These were her favorite. By all means, I think these will be the best ones for it.
Thank you. I can see myself out. It's okay.
Yes, perhaps that's for the best. I apologize for the emotional display.
Sam tries, in no way an offense to defend him, to stifle a laugh when he says such play. Like, and then immediately remembers, like, obviously, I appreciate the sentimentality, and I won't be long. While I'm up here, he's gone. Do I find any seeds?
Sorry?
Seeds.
Yeah, there would be an assortment of seeds in a cabinet off to the side, very, very neatly arranged, all labeled, very organized, along with watering cans and other tools and such to maintain the garden.
Okay. I will take a few seeds, not many, but not taking loads, like one or two here, a few more of the Twilight Claret. Because I might be able to do something with the seeds as well. I'm trying. I don't want now hearing the display of what this is. I don't want to take too much of the garden itself, just in case something happens. So maybe this is a better option if plant growth might work in this instance. But I'm going to need to find a lot of dirt.
Plenty of dirt.
Be fun.
Soil and dirt's all around. Yeah, you'll be able to find that pretty easily.
Yeah, but it looks around at it. It's like, oh, to bring. Oh, I know a really good way to bring. It's not. We're on a rooftop, yeah. Can I try and do the thing with some of the dirt and bits to like, okay, I hold on to them, and then can I try and wild shape and absorb them into my body? Into a giant eagle so I can just fly with it all? Because I can't take any of it. Does that work?
I mean,
I'm not trying to take low, just like enough. But it's a
you-
weird question, I know.
I mean, technically, if you put it in a bag, and that
Oh,
bag
I
is
could
on your
just grab it actually as
person.
an eagle and then carry.
Well, I
No,
mean,
that's
there's
a
that.
smart
There's,
and normal
the
idea.
logical thing of that, but like the rules is written, if the bag is on your person, then it transforms in with you. So
I forgot I could just put it into a bundle to carry. No,
you're a giant bloody eagle. You should be able to carry it.
Because I also find it quite funny for an eagle to descend on Kovac and transform and just dirt.
Hey, I'm back.
So Kovac would be sitting next to the float, just constantly ritual casting unseen servants to have a labor force to quickly decorate this, and so she's casting, and then just on the float is.
Not necessarily on the float, nearby, but either way, whichever way, yeah, whichever one works correctly. Why did I just immediately go for into carrying it?
That's because that's exactly who you are.
Because that's how
As a
D&D
person.
works. We
Yeah.
overcomplicate things instead of simplifying it.
This is how I am in normal daily life. It's like, it makes it much more. It makes it more practical. But no,
Alright.
I'm just overcomplicating it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's then okay, I'll do that. I will then not take, unless there are already some like clippings on the floor, I won't actually take much of the garden itself. Just some dirt, some seeds, fertilizer, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Keep the garden intact. And then just absorb, float, dirt. I've got a bird of dirt. I've got a...
And guess what's inside? Alright, so.
It's Sam.
Alright, so. Storm and Thug getting drunk.
Sloshed.
Heck and sloshed, yeah. They've got some catch up to do and some relaxing now that things have calmed down. Kovac, Mug, and Sam are working on the float, and Pelaya's got some new pants.
And boots.
And boots. Shiny new boots. They are made for walking and kicking enemy ass. That is where we'll end it tonight. No big dramatic climax for tonight. Nice peaceful one for once. You've earned it. You've earned some rest. But it is getting a bit late, and unfortunately we do have to get up very, very early tomorrow. So we will call it there for now, and we will be back next week, hopefully. Looking at you all.
Should be.
I resent the sentiment that there wasn't a dramatic thing at the end there, because Kovac's mom.
It was glossed over.
It's not a big cliffhanger, though.
But like, Sam came back and she didn't say anything to Kovac because Kovac was busy ritual casting.
It's also not her
Yeah,
business to say anything.
Yeah, that's right.
it's really not. And in this
Both-
moment in time, you're having fun.
And to be fair, you don't technically know what's happened.
No.
I've just assumed the worst.
Yeah, both Kovac and Modar are very bad at communicating with each other on any real emotional level. So both have just assumed the other is fine and no one's talking to each
I would personally say there hasn't been a set time yet for Kovac to talk to Sam about, like, oh, so how's my father type yet. That hasn't happened.
Not yet.
that's something to look forward to next time.
Next
And yes,
Dragon
we
Ball
will
Z.
be we will be back next week, all things permitted, where we hope to see you all again. Thank you to our lovely raiders. Welcome in. It is our old grandpa, it seems like. Old Stormy. I mean, it's a perfect name. Also, something that's kind of been hiding away up the top there, pinned, but hasn't really been said, is happy birthday, Kalan.
Happy birthday!
How about the clan?
Happy birthday, Kalan.
Yay.
We dragged him away to play D&D.
That we did.
Damn right.
So now we need to find someone to raid.
Hell yeah.
There is friendly here. Friendly here's on. They're always good.
Oh, yeah.
And hello to everyone who
minute.
came to say hi, all the friends and everything that came to hang out. We appreciate you all very much. Yes. Apologies to our sudden change in schedule, but you know, life happens. Alright, let's see, who are we rating?
Friendly here is only at half an hour. It has been a little while since we have
Yeah.
raided.
Yeah.
That could be a really good option.
Hmm.
Down in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Mhm.
It's not a bad option at all.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Hell
Hmm.
yeah. Alright.
My God.
Y'all have a great night. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you to Ash for being an amazing DM for us.
Yeah, thank you very
We
much.
appreciate you very, very, very much.
You won't soon.
Yeah, it was great to have you back, Kit. Don't worry. Storm has explosives again, so I'm sure there's going to be more gnomes that accidentally get poofed.
No. This
I'm
festival, look,
going to regret everything.
if we make it through this festival without any floats being blown up, that's a win.
Well, I mean, Storm doesn't have intentions of blowing anything up in the city.
What if there's demons inside a float?
Why would she put people at risk? She's not Kovac.
Storm's been hanging around Mug too long.
Actually, I think it's more that Mug the party has been trying to shave off that side of Storm, and Mug came into the mix, and all of a sudden he's encouraging it. She's like,
Yeah, the
yeah,
floodgates just opened.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zoe. I only
Mug
jest.
is the best and worst influence on this party, I think.
Yes. Yes, I agree. But now, we're cool, strong badasses with awesome
Yeah.
magic items as well. Look at us go.
Which means Ash is going to be able to throw even bigger and nastier and more head-smashing, killing creatures at us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm waiting for? That black dragon we faced very early on to come get its
Right?
revenge against us.
I would genuinely love to see that.
That's a
fight.
you problem, not a me problem. Having
don't-
said that, it's going to become a me problem.
I was going to say, I don't think it's going to care that you weren't there at that particular moment.
So, for those of you who don't know, our session 0, so before we actually went live for the campaign, we did an introduction campaign to get in the feel of the characters, where they went into a dungeon and fought back a adolescent black dragon who escaped from that and definitely will remember some faces at some point. And for those who know black dragons, they're kind of assholes and they kind of like to get revenge.
It's
gonna be a
fine.
great
It's
time.
not like
Don't
I
worry
did a
about it,
bunch of
guys.
damage against it and tanked one of its acid breath attacks in spite of it. It's fine. I'm sure it doesn't have a grudge against me.
Yeah.
But yes, big happy birthday to Kalan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
I would sing, but no one wants that.
And
It would be horrible for us all to try and sing over each other.
oh yeah, especially since it'd be really out of sync. But yes,
Mm.
we'll see you all next week. Thanks for everything, and y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
See ya.